Hello and welcome everybody, I'm your humble host Gavin the Kitty, and this was a live stream we did on February 25th, 2025. If you're not following the Twitch channel, that's where things are at currently. We got affiliated, this stream was a lot of fun, but it's here on YouTube forever, so be sure to subscribe and drop a like and just enjoy. Stream every single day, or I'm going to be trying to throughout the next several months. Who knows what my schedule will be far into the future, but we're trying our best. Thanks for watching, enjoy the show. 2 for Game Boy, folks. You wish you could find a troll face? Same Boy, that's hilarious. Yeah, Same Boy is the emulator I'm using. I support the official releases. I do have NSO. I have played them on there. I do own, and I've bought every single Mega Man game that's come out over the past 2 decades. I just gotta say, though, this emulator just works really well. There's less input lag. Give it a go. It's still in development. I'm currently using it on RetroArch, so... But we are going to be using the remixed music because I don't want your guys' ears to hurt. It legit is that bad. What about the best Spider-Man come out one more day? It's not even a joke. Ouch. You guys are nutty. Oh man, how's chat going so far? What'd you guys think of Mega Man 1 for Game Boy? We're gonna get started with 2. Let's start with Metal Man here. Metal Grace, Blade says, thank you for that. I love Mega Man World 2, but the music is ear-piercing. Yeah, that's because they messed up the audio transcription, and the remixed tracks here are much better, also. We can do this. Oh, so this game takes place after 3 because we have the slide, and we also get Rush after this, too. This game is actually really good. It's not that bad. So the first game was made by Megaman.exe Engineering, who made Solar Striker for Game Boy, and they are really good Game Boy developers. This game, on the other hand, was made by Megaman.exe, which is a company that you've never heard of. And if you've heard of them, you've probably heard of them because they made Sonic for Game Gear titles. They made Sonic Game Gear titles. I'm not kidding, folks. The Sonic and Mega Man connection runs this deep into the 2 franchise. I'm not even kidding. It's crazy. Mega Man came out first, but Sonic and Mega Man, they have a massive connection to each other. So Megaman.exe developed this game. So Capcom commissioned Megaman.exe Engineering and Megaman.exe at the same time to create Game Boy games. Megaman.exe found that the games were too easy. Like, they were too hard, so they made the game stupid easy to ease up on playtesting. They messed up the audio transcription. It was the first time they'd ever worked on a Nintendo console, and the next time they would work on a Nintendo console was the Game Boy Advance. Like, they made one game in the 80s, in like 88, 89, and then said nope until like 2004. Which is nuts! Insert Sonic Mega Man shaking hands, but with swapped faces image here. Yeah. Well, I'll get to that when we do Wily Tower. Oh yeah, show them the cursed Mega Man image on the desktop. If you're talking about the keychain, I got rid of that file because it is cursed. But I think I might have another one, so we'll double check real quick so you guys can see the cursed Mega Man image on the desktop. Well, that's not it. That's not it. I do not have a cursed Mega Man image on the desktop anymore. I'm sorry, chat. I'm not putting it back up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Goat. We're not doing that. Not today. Sonichu bracelet. Yeah. We'll find more cursed images later. It's alright. So normally I'd be able to get that extra life if I had Rush, but this is one of the few games where you have to unlock Rush Coil, which is a shame, because Rush Coil is the best. It is the best. Da bears. But, so, Megaman.exe is cool, right? This is the only Mega Man game they made. After this, they only went with Minakuchi. Minakuchi Engineering is also best known for making Mega Man X3, Mega Man 1, 3, 4, 5 for Game Boy, as well as the fact that most of their staff was made up of ex-Nintendo and Capcom employees. It's kind of like Inti Creates, which is hilarious to me. Inti Creates is the spiritual successor to Minakuchi Engineering. And that is hilarious to me. I love Minakuchi Engineering's work. I like Biox's work. And Minakuchi Engineering had such a reverence for the series that even when they made Mega Man 5 for Game Boy, they referenced Biox's attempt and story. And Wily Tower was meant to also wrap up the story found in this game, which is why I say this takes place right before the Wily Tower. We are chasing Dr. Wily through time on one final last-ditch effort as the timeline is correcting itself. We are chasing him to the Time Skimmer. That's what's happening. So. Bree drew one for a t-shirt? Oh boy, I'll have to see that. I have to see that cursed image. We got an ad break in about 50 seconds or so, so I'll try to get done with this next stage as quickly as I can. Once again, we'll be stopping. I'll stop in place so that way then we can, you guys can watch the ad and then I can, do my thing. Just let me know, chat, when it ends, because my timer isn't always right for you guys. Oh man, I really, really appreciate all of your guys' support. This is also the one stage where we actually get Rush Marine. They ended up not using the other Mega Man 2 bosses that were found in the last game, which was nice because it good variety. But that might have also been a mandate. Couldn't tell you. They're trying to rebel against the teachers? Why? Most of my teachers were good. I had one that was a little messed up, but... Or actually, I had a couple that were messed up, but I had a lot of good teachers, too. Alright, so we're gonna wait on this screen. Oh, yeah! Do the slide shimmy while the ad plays. Oh, guys. You can subscribe to get rid of the ads, too, by the way. I have no qualms. Today's just gonna be a good day. Metal blades are stupid broken in this game too, but we won't be using them the whole time. I promise. But yeah, just chat, keep everything live, I'll be reading it. Because the school has been taking people's phones and taking away our privileges for moving tables. Moving tables as a privilege... Okay, I'll wait till the ad's over to tell you guys this. But yeah, you can subscribe to get rid of the ads. If I find a better system, I'll run a better system. Alright, so the teachers are adults. Thank you guys again for watching the ad. It helps me out immensely. It means a lot. The teachers use their phones at lunch. Well, yeah, they're adults. And they're addicted to their phones. And they don't want you guys to be addicted to your guys' phones. As for phones during class, listen. They're trying to get you guys to learn stuff. You shouldn't be on it in the first place. As for taking it, I think that's a bit too far. I think there should be repercussions for pulling it out for no reason. But if the reason's good, then the reason's good and valid, and you have to follow it. Like, that's just my own personal opinion. I'm not a teacher though. Although, I did think about getting my teaching degree at one point or another. But see, I have a friend, Purasak, who does teaching. And, man oh man, the amount of heck that they've been having to go through. Crazy, crazy. Unless it's a medical issue. Well, that's important, if it's a medical issue. There shouldn't be much of a reason to text your parents anyways. While you're at school, other than the medical issue or, like, bullying or something. I don't know. I see valid reasons for both. Having it out, not having it out, using it, not using it. I mostly used my phone in school to goof off, but I didn't have an actual, like, smartphone until I was, like, 17. I did used to save Mega Man images on my phone so I could draw them later, and I had this I had the sprite work of Stone Man from the Game Gear games on my phone, and I was like, I didn't know how to turn the volume down on my first phone. And because, like, I didn't have friends at that time, so most people thought I was texting somebody, and I'm like, no, I'm trying to figure out how many stones there are in Stone Man's space. And they're like, yeah, sure, you're probably texting your mom or a girlfriend. And I'm like, I don't have a girlfriend. Honestly, it's kind of funny now, knowing, you know, everything that I know about myself. It's like, of course I was drawing Stone Man. Because I'm a dork with, like, 2 interests. Video games and comics. Like, of course I'm gonna be drawing something super nerdy. Wanna know why they removed phones? Because some kids were... I'd believe it. I believe it. Stuff that's only found in the risky section. Tisk tisk. Thine risk was too great, dear Swordsmaster. Anyways. Chat, what's your thought on Mega Man 2 for Game Boy? Bro couldn't wait to get home, dog. Yeah. Gotta always keep that in check. Gotta be honest. I remember there was a kid that got in trouble because he wasn't looking at it on his phone. He was looking at it on the library computer itself. He was like, yeesh, man. Couldn't even not. Because we found out VPNs worked against the system. Until they blocked the VPN sites. And they also blocked all the gaming sites, and I'm like, I'm writing a report on video games. Please allow me to, you know, use a website for the Spriter's resource and stuff that I needed. You sent the cursed image to my Discord. I'll add it to the thing in just a little bit, in between an ad break. Next ad break, I'll add it. Don't worry. Pride. I take a lot of pride in my video games. I do. Pirate. Yar har fiddly dee. Do what you want because a pirate is free. Do what you want for a pirate is free. You are a pirate. I debated singing for the opening today. No, I'm kind of glad I didn't because my throat is all sorts of scratchy. I need to take a moment and take a drink. How are you guys? Are you guys enjoying the stream today? I know without a co-host, it's a little tricky. Is Casey in chat? Casey, can you say something in chat? I want to know what you're saying. What are your thoughts on Mega Man for Game Boy? I know she's watching. I'm gonna coax her out of her little hidey hole. Oh, I should draw that. Casey in a little, like, hole being like, nah, I'm more fun in the cave. That'd be great. Ah, man. So, Crash Man. Mega Man 2 for Game Boy is the only Mega Man game for Game Boy other than 5 to have its own music outside of, like, the Wily Castle. So, like, all the Robot Masters have new tracks. One for Game Boy, it was actually the original tracks, but with one less sound channel, so they used them differently. Here, however, they just completely change the song entirely. And honestly, I kind of like it better in some places. It's quite fun. I can tell you in a very good mood. I can tell you're in a very good mood today, and it's bringing my spirits up. I'm so glad. Yeah, I am actually in a really good mood. With the news of being affiliated, I'm like, oh, heck yes. I can finally, like, breathe for once. Breathe a little easy. Hey, Casey, they made the crazy cannons crazier. Their eyes shift wholesale up and down now. Isn't that nuts? I know she's in chat. I know she's watching. I know it. I'm just calling her out for funsies. It's quite funny. Oh my god, the cannons are so cute. Crazy cannons are adorable. I want to 3D print a crazy cannon. There's one person who is making, like, little figurines and stuff on Twitter for the Mega Man series, and I want one of them, honestly. They are super cute. I already 3D printed 4 bunnies viruses from Battle Network, and I also 3D printed a Metool for Megaman.exe 8, because I like X8 a lot. And those turned out pretty good, but, like, a crazy cannon would be cool. Oh, man. It's just a good vibe. Just a good vibe today. So, Crashman is the only, like, other than the final boss of this game, he is the hardest boss I think there is. He deals the most damage, doesn't take a whole lot of damage from his weakness, but his pattern is pretty simple. The hardest part here is just not... not losing a life. There we go. We did it, chat! We did it. Man, we're already to like 5 o'clock. So let me see the cursed image. Oh my god, that's cursed. Yeah, we're gonna just save this to my desktop, so you guys in chat can totally watch this. Alright, so the next ad breaks in 6 minutes. I'll put it up on the screen in 6 minutes. Okay? You can buy it on a shirt? That blows me away. So, the underground fortress. Not a great hideaway. I think it was meant to be clouds, but from the looks of those pillars, I just gotta think it's underground. Got this little cutscene where he's like, no, you can't stop me. They fixed up all the sprites here too, by the way, because all the original sprites were really kind of messy. But we got 4 more stages! This time made up of the bosses, 4 of the bosses from Mega Man 3. Honestly, the 4 easiest bosses from Mega Man 3. Chat, you guys get to pick, top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right. You guys get to pick. First one I see is the first one I go into. Oh, man. Bottom left. Alright, here we go. We're doing Magnet Man. I like Magnet Man. Alright, also I have a question for chat. Tomorrow, do you guys want to see episode Red on the Genesis as well? Or do you want to just see the NES and PlayStation version? That is a serious question that I must know. because tomorrow is Mega Man 4. And I'll gladly do the fan game if you guys want. Like, I mean, heck, today I'm gonna be doing a fan game too, so. With the NES version of Wily Tower, just for funsies. Just for funsies. Because we're gonna be doing about 4 hours worth of streaming. Get a feel for the motion of the ocean and my locomotion. I am actually kind of hungry. Karmic, what do you think of the Game Boy games? You know, I remember having, like, there was a sticker that I had of a goat holding a Game Boy going, like, the Game Boy's my friend. It goes beep with me. It bleats with me, or some shit like that. Something like that. I'd say go for it. More 16-bit, the better. Maybe. Maybe. It's up to you guys. I don't want to do it if you guys don't want it. There was one time on YouTube where I told everybody, kept asking, when are you doing Donkey Kong Country? And then I played Donkey Kong Country Returns like they asked, and nobody showed up for that first stream, and I was like, you guys don't actually want it. And then everybody showed up for the second and third streams of that, and I was like, this is much better. Thank you for showing up. Like, it got a bunch of viewers after the fact, which made me happy. And this time around, I'm hoping that the same goes here. Like, yeah, we're not gonna get many views with the Game Boy games, but when we start hitting the later games, like Muriel and her mac and cheese, more macaroni, less cheese, more cheese, less macaroni. Perfect. I don't even like macaroni. We're gonna use up one of our E-tanks. Magnet Man beats Metal Man in the Dock Robot, but Metal Blade beats Magnet Man in the actual game itself. Ain't it crazy? Alright, chat, you guys get to pick the next one. Top left, top right, bottom right. Today is a vibin' kind of day. Which one of the capsules, chat? First one is the first one I go to. Top right. So, you said Needle Man, I think? Top Man! Good try, though. Now you know Needle Man's gotta be in the other two. Because you know he's not in 3DX, which is the version we'll be playing, by the way. We'll be playing the DX version of all of the Game Boy games. We finally get to use another instance of Rush Marine. This is also, like, one of the last times Rush Marine shows up. Unless you guys want me to do the mobile phone game known as Rush Marine, which is a side-scrolling shooter for Java phones. And because the Mega Man community made the Java emulator, of course, we got all the Mega Man games to run on it. Honestly, the Mega Man fan base is hard for that. Like, they go crazy for this. So we got an ad starting soon. I know it's rough probably watching me with ads after so many years of not. But I promise you, it helps me so freaking much. Just gonna shimmy right here. Slide on down. Alright. Of course we are. It's more content that Capcom won't give us. I know! It's such a shame. By the way, anybody who's in chat at the moment, how are you guys feeling about the ads? Too many? Too little? This time around, I'm having it do automatic, but I am taking requests for what I should do about them. So please, if you want to give me a request for stuff, please send me stuff on Discord. I will answer and hopefully give you a proper reasoning on whether or not I can do that. Alright, cursed image time, am I right? Legs go, Lan. I love Battle Network 4. Its translation is perfect. In every sense of the word. What a polite young man she was. Of course we are. It's more content than Capcom will give us. Needleman, I think. Oh, yep, nope. We've already been through that. Scream! Yeah. I don't know where you guys are at in terms of stuff, but welcome back. Thank you so much for watching that ad. It means a lot because you're helping support me a lot. It just makes me happy. So, anyways. They fixed Rush's sprite. He no longer sad when I jump on him. I don't get to show that off because that's a loud motorcycle outside. I don't get to show that off because, of course not. Because I'm playing the Game Boy Color version of this game. You forgot Rush looks sad? Yeah, they made Rush look sad when you jump on him for Rush Coil in the original. There's a lot of little changes they did that just made no freaking sense. Like, all the sprites here are redrawn. They wouldn't be redrawn the other times they've been redrawn were on the Genesis, and they were also redrawn on Java. On mobile phones, where they had, like, 2 versions. That jump's difficult. We'll just use Rush Jet. This guy looks difficult. We'll just use Rush Jet. The game's too hard. We'll just use Rush Jet. I totally forgot Rush looks sad in the original. Yeah. I already read that. I'm bad at reading. Reading comprehension in my brain go dur. It's Casey's favorite Robot Master! Dinky Top Man. Beyblade, Beyblade, let it rip. Let's fight an epic battle. Yeah, legs go, Lan. Legs go, Lan! Let's go. Let me see if I can do this better. Legs go, Lan! Like, shouldn't you be doing your homework or something? Man, I love Battle Network. I can't wait till we play Battle Network on stream. Those are gonna be fun. I'm gonna pick up the Battle Network collection again for Steam, just to have all the copies of that game, just so I can stream the Battle Network Steam hacks and stuff. It'll be great. Not a bad impression? Yeah. I like that show. You guys said Needleman, so we're going Needleman. That was the other name I saw, and I saw it first because it came right afterwards. Karmic, what do you think of the Game Boy games that you didn't answer me, and now I know that you're here? Well, and what do you think of the colorization of this game? I need to know. I want to know the opinions. These acts are good. The original feels clunky to me. Well, yeah, this game runs a little better and looks a little nicer here, which is always a big plus. I love the colored versions. The fan base making this and then being like, here is your Mega Man Mania. If only somebody would, like, if somebody could give it a menu and port all of them to Game Boy Advance with borders, with, like, a Game Boy Player border, that would be really cool, because the Game Boy Player does have specific borders for certain games, like Pokemon, but it can actually read certain borders from the game itself, just like the Super Game Boy. So if somebody wanted to make a Mega Man game border for, like, Game Boy Advance, and then link it up to these versions of the game, we could totally have Mega Man Mania for Game Boy Advance. Which reminds me, actually, before the Battle Network Collection came out, I bought a bootleg cart, using, like, the Legacy Collection style, like, look and everything, for Game Boy Advance that has the 4.5 translation on it. I only got it because I wanted 4.5 on real hardware, so I could record it better. But man, I'm losing my mind, because I can use the Game Boy interface on my thing. You getting hungry? I'm pretty hungry right now. I'm super hungry, actually. I'd be down for food. I was actually hungry just before I started, but I didn't have time to just make myself something. Because I'm like, well, I want to start at 3:30 today, because I want to go for a while. Want me to go and get some snacks? You can just actually go get some food or something if you want. I'm down for whatever, dear. Oh, man. I'm gonna hope it's top spin. I'm gonna hope it's top spin. Hey, look, it's a squatted Needle Man. So tiny. So small and little. I did not know that the cable between his top of his head and his body didn't do damage. Now I know. That's weird. That's very strange. You guys watching are probably like, cheater, he's using rewind. They give you rewinds in the NSO version. I promise. It's all good. It's all good, chat. When you viewers of this channel, when you watch me play a game with rewinds, it's because rewinds are fun, because video games are meant to be fun. Some games are meant to tick you off and make you frustrated, but most video games should be fun. He's cheating! I'm cheating. Cheating video game player. Ah, shucks. You guys caught on. I'm a little cheaper. Ooh, look at me. Cheaping my day away. Na na da 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 da. I want to hear a remix of this by, like, the Megas. I do. I positively love Mega Man to the point where I am a schmuck who will buy pretty much everything. You're quite the overachiever. Ah, I see what you did there. I see what you did there. We got a monkey problem. Top spin. Top spin. Top spin the monkey problems. Robot monkeys got you down? Use top spin. It'll solve all of your problems. All of your mystical, magical problems can be solved with one innocent use of top spin. Have the energy of a TV show host for, like, an infomercial. Alright, we made it. Magnet missile is what we want to use. This game is not going to take us very long. Not even once. Not even once. Man, oh man. And the thing, I've barely been over the story of this game. So, Mega Man is traveling through time to stop Dr. Wily, who is using the time skimmer in one final ditch effort to stop Mega Man so he can have world domination and humiliate Dr. Light. However, Mega Man's hot on the heels after the end of Dr. Wily's Revenge and or at the end of Dr. Wily's Tower and Dr. Wily's Revenge. And in this final ditch effort, he's brought along a future Mega Man known as Quint from an alternate dimension. They originally attempted to use a clone of Mega Man, Rockman Shadow. However, when that didn't work, they decided just to kidnap the original Mega Man in a world where Dr. Wily was reformed after the end of Mega Man 2 and gave up on world domination. For one last-ditch effort. So in a last-ditch effort, Dr. Wily steals Mega Man, turns him into Quint, sends him back to the other timeline to try again. In that timeline, everything gets messed up because Rockman Shadow's prerogative is like to be the strongest. It's Base's prerogative. And since it's Mega Man and he's not over-arrogant, he actually is the strongest. And most robots are outlawed unless for non-combatant home use, because otherwise they get beaten by Mega Man. Which we'll see in Megaman.exe Challenge from the Future, that Rockman Shadow comes back to this timeline using a dimension-hopping device with 6 of his own Robot Masters to be defeated once and for all, because he knows the only thing that can beat him is another Mega Man, and even if he's not defeated, at least he'll have more Robot Masters to fight. Or he can ask this version of Dr. Light to decommission him. See, they think. Karma said drugs? Not even once. Not even once, my friends. Not even once. But yeah. So. What if there was a Mega Man game where you played as Quint and you take out Rogue Robot Masters? That would be neat, except for Quint's main thing is stopping Mega Man. That's the only prerogative he has. Rockman Shadows was to be the strongest. I think the point here is that, like, the blocks are going in reverse. Like, time is screwy. Alright, I don't know if you can hold more than 4 E-Tanks in this game. But we're gonna give it a shot, because, why not? If I can make it up there. Nope, okay. That answers my question. Pretty succinctly, actually. Succinctly? Succinctly? Words are hard. But anyways, I'm vibing. I'm having fun. I'd love it if chat could ask some questions about the Mega Man franchise that I can answer. I'd really love giving out trivia for this game. We already talked about how this game was made by Biox instead of Minikuchi, and how they thought Mega Man was too hard, so they made the game stupid easy. But like, they also messed up the programming of the pitch of the songs because the music engineer wasn't on board when they programmed the songs into the actual game engine itself, which is why in the original they're really high-pitched. And there were pitch correction hacks, but I think that the remixed audio here is so much better because it holds more of the spirit of the tracks. I don't think they ever got a hold of the original composer for that, but if they did, that would have been awesome. One of the things that we got from Quint, by the way, was the Sakugarn. The Sakugarn is a new utility and the final main like offshoot utility that we're gonna get until Mega Man 4. After 4, it's all rush abilities pretty much. So for now, enjoy the Sakugarn because all we've got left is a wire and a balloon. Shame, shame. The Sakugarn's pretty neat though. Fan games make it like invincible to spikes and stuff, and I think that's neat. The clocks look like stakes. See, that's where you're wrong. The stakes look like clocks. That is the point. That is the effort. Up we go. All right. Use Metal Blade there. Alright, the Sakugarn is the weakness of the Wily Machine. And hopefully we can beat this before the minute timer is up, because in 1 minute we've got another ad break. Thank you guys again for putting up with the ad breaks. I know there's many channels out there you guys could be watching, and I really appreciate the patronage. It just helps. It makes me happy to know that my audience is okay with, like, supporting me in that way. It's been the main goal all along. 4 years of this nonsense. And all it took was switching to Twitch. I'm beginning to think that it's just the Buster that does damage here. Outside of the Sakugarn. Alright, the ad is starting soon, it says. So I'm gonna hang out here. I wish I could get it to start sooner, just so then we can get over with it. So that way then you guys could watch more. Once again, though, I'm taking suggestions. If you guys aren't happy with the amount of ads you're getting, please message me on the Discord. The Discord can be found on my channel page. I also have a Telegram art dump where you can check out all sorts of stuff from there. I'm just super jazzed to be able to play this game for you guys and actually make money off it. I did not think it was gonna happen that soon. Like, seriously. I thought I was gonna be, like, done with the Mega Man franchise before I was... Or at least the classic games before, you know, we reached any of the goals. But you guys surprised me, and that makes me happy. Oh! I was! I said we did it. We beat him. I'm so sorry, Chad. I didn't mean to be muted. I said it is my theory that the X Foundation is an underlying factoid in the Mega Man series. That the X Foundation is a real thing. Madam Y, Xander Payne, all of it. I believe it's canon. And the reason why is because Dr. Wily makes it out of the rubble of the ending of Mega Man 3 and survives. So he needed to be nursed back to health, and there's no way he could have gotten to a doctor that way. 2, all the Robot Masters were defeated, so anybody else around wouldn't have been able to, like, help him. Base wasn't built yet, so he doesn't have the help from that. And he needs enough funding to continue doing his evil schemes. So I believe the X Foundation helped Dr. Wily get out of the rubble, helped him get out of the rubble of the... helped him be safe after the collapse of the Time Skinner. I believe that Xander Payne is Mr. X. I do believe that Mr. X ends up deceased before midway through Mega Man 6, and Dr. Wily just takes his place to continue the ruse for as long as he can. I believe that the X Foundation also helped give them the funding for Mega Man 3 for Game Boy, Mega Man 5 for Game Boy for his research, 4 for Game Boy, as well as help in the kidnapping plot of Kalinka for Mega Man 4, the Robot Masters and Darkman's research and hologram technology for 5, as well as hosting the tournament for 6, and building the final Robot Masters for 7. After that, I do not believe Dr. Wily has enough funding to continue doing his evil schemes, so Crystal Man had to do part-time crystal jewel sales as fake gems and diamonds to help get money to fund Dr. Wily's next scheme. And since Crystal Man was both built by Dr. Wily as well as used in multiple schemes, Crystal Man had to have been the is obligated to help Dr. Wily because of his programming to follow his creator, which would have been a reprogramming of Dr. Light as well as a built creation of Dr. Wily. That is my theory. The X Foundation is actually a real thing in Mega Man, and that they wouldn't have allowed Ian Flynn to write in the X Foundation if they did not believe or want it to be canon. That is my takeaway. Super Adventure Rockman can move over a couple of years. I don't care about that. But the X Foundation, Xander Payne, all of it needs to be a thing. I cannot stress enough how much I love this franchise, and I've overthinked every section of it to the point where I'm like, boom, like I just know, like that's something people are gonna want to know. What are my thoughts on Xander Payne? He's a cool character. What are my thoughts on him being Mr. X? Awesome. What is Madam Y, Waltz, and the rest of it? I believe it's canon. Waltz is Dr. Wily's accountant, by the way. If you don't know, Waltz is Dr. Wily's accountant. She fills the same role as Roll for, like, Dr. Light and whatnot. If you've never heard of Waltz, she shows up in the Dreamwave comics and in a couple of other spots. There's no thank you for playing in this game, is there? It just ends on the screen, doesn't it? Can somebody answer me that? I honestly don't know. I don't remember. Oh, no, there it is. There it is. Presented by... Capcom, hopefully. Yep, there we go. Alright. Awesome, awesome. Oh, man. Mega Man 2 for Game Boy, folks. By the way, for those watching on YouTube, I am going to be splitting this stream up into 3s. So, this is, like, the one time that's happening because I can fit multiple games into this because they're short. So, yeah. Ha, fun. Alright. Time for me to fix this up, shall we? So, image 2 with the legs go land. We'll get rid of that. We need... Thank you guys so much for watching. If you really enjoyed this video, please check out the Twitch channel. There's going to be lots more live streams. And if live isn't your thing, don't worry. The next part of this exact episode comes out this upcoming Friday, I believe. So that catch you on the flip side.